I need to switch to press conference. Now yes. I think we're ready to start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sergey. Welcome everybody to the press conference of today. The first game of today's round has ended in a draw between Giri and Tomashevsky. It was nevertheless a very interesting game, and we are all wondering which were the most interesting moments. Anish, was it preparation?
Well, yeah, up to some point, definitely. I think it's a little bit out of fashion to play this move, because I think Topalov won some rapid game and people started thinking that maybe it's better for white. Because nowadays, you know, the discussions are here and then they try some different moves, but okay, here you get this position which they consider better for white because...
The theory thinks that this is better for white?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you analyzed it at home? Or?
Yes, yes, of course. Actually, my second told me, okay, I also had actually same conclusion, but he told me that it's very, very sure that black has ways here to equalize, and I told him, okay, don't worry, you know, it's fine, nobody will play.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically queen d7 is, I think, improvement, because normally they go here first. And for some reason this is better for white, and here it's not so easy.
So once more, for me, again, a theoretical battle, the third time in a row. I had analyzed this position quite a lot, but I didn't remember at all. I wasn't expected this variation because of I played this successfully against Kamsky few games ago, yes, and f6 is of course more principal move instead of the knight f4. What Anish noticed already. But I think knight f4 is always enough for interesting battle, for some counter chances. And I couldn't remember the key moment of the move queen d7.
Yeah, to be honest, it's also similar. I forgot which move I looked here. But maybe rook e8, maybe.
This position looks simple, but after rook e8, black can start a real trouble. I think because of not instead of queen d7. If you play rook e8 after queen d3, my rook is badly placed for some
often ideas are something like this.
Yes, it's one of the idea, and the next idea that you can play rook e2 and then rook e1 and have some tactical moments. So I remembered that I must play queen d7, but I didn't remember why. So I played queen d7 and then realized probably knight e5 is an interesting move, but there was some tactic. Knight e5 instead of queen d3. Knight e5, yes. And if queen f5, you can play both queen d3 and queen f3. And queen f3 is very interesting.
But I don't have this threat. Yeah,
you have a threat on knight g3.
Knight g3.
Knight d3. It looks in principle moment, but probably black is okay. I don't know. Must I play it?
The worst case.
Yeah, rook b probably you can play something like g4.
Pawn maybe, yeah.
Probably, yeah. I can play f6 immediately, or firstly rook ad.
No, actually, I think I saw this position. I thought f6 because I realized that here he takes with gf. So that's
yes, but here you can play knight g3.
And
knight g3, yes.
Yeah.
Interesting continuation.
Nice.
I can play queen c8. Here you can play. So here I can simply take, of course. No, not knight d6. Probably you can play simply knight d3.
Knight d3.
You want to take both on f6 and f4. So probably.
This guy makes very smart arrows, yeah. What is this? How is
objectively, it should be well for black, but that's why I thought.
Very, very concrete.
Yes.
But black has to. I mean, the problem is.
I didn't remember all the slides. That's why I spent 40 minutes here. Probably.
Yeah, I think black is always holding, because I remember the computer was. I looked at quite some depth this position, but the thing is that it all looks very dangerous, and every time black has to find only move. But if he finds it and white does something wrong, at some point it can turn around.
It can
Because
be
Yeah,
fire, yeah?
this
Yeah.
position is not
Double
is not,
edge, yeah.
is not absolutely safe for white. If I find all the precise moves,
Yes.
I
Okay,
can
this
play
is more standard,
for
let's
an
say,
advantage.
between the three.
Yeah.
And here, okay, I like the pawn configuration with c3, and then okay, if you give me time, I get b4. This is a very nice pawn structure, and I want to go.
Yeah,
this way.
after
But
knight
maybe
c5.
what did you think, sir?
Probably I can play even c5.
I was thinking why not c5, yeah, because just c5 I think is good.
If I can play c5, probably I'm already
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
better.
Yeah, and I think I looked something somewhere to double on the e file, but it didn't make so much sense because, well, in general there is no threat after that, but it's possible move. I was considering playing it seriously.
Even here I can play something like c5, but here it's too risky, I think. Probably h6,
H5 or
h6 first.
Yeah, okay, one.
And here c5. No? Can't. That's too
But then you
risky.
can take dc5, queen d3,
D3?
cd3,
D3,
c6.
95, yeah. But then bishop
C6
takes
check
yeah,
and-
D7, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, c5 is. I'm not.
No, but I think I looked something similar to there was idea that you get a5 stopping before with rook on e file. Something very similar to this position was my
Yes,
Analysis.
strategically black's position
No, it seems good, yeah.
is not worse.
unless I get this grip, on the because also somehow what Topalov managed in his game, I don't remember how it happened, but somehow he managed to.
Yeah, I think that c4 and d5 is the most dangerous plan for black.
Yeah, but also somehow I don't know how it happened, but the guy managed to get something like.
Yeah, no, here he played rook e2.
Okay,
Yeah,
rook
I
e2,
think
yeah,
rook e2 he played.
Ah, yeah, and he made some bad move.
Rook
with the
e2
queen.
and rook e1, and here black has no comfortable moves.
Yeah, he played the queen somewhere, but
Yeah,
some point
this
he played
is-
knight c5 and knight c5, and
But
Ah, maybe
position looks
something similar to
simple,
this.
but-
Yeah, this was something similar to this, and this is quite unpleasant for black. Even something like this,
And white
this
to take on
endgame.
f3. Queen c6 maybe. you can
Queen
play.
c6 is here. I
And
think
then rook
not-
e8 and then
not
g5.
play.
Here is fine, yeah.
Yes, black is okay because there is always problem with the pawn
You wait
g2.
for, of course, it happens only after f5. Yeah. This knight c5 I did.
Yeah, of course. Here
Maybe
the
like-
dangerous plan is rook
like
e2 and
Yeah, just double.
the double.
Okay, anyway, in the game I played the
Yeah,
c4 because I
c4
didn't
is,
see what else to do exactly.
critical plan, I think.
Yeah, and it's quite unpleasant. Of course, I saw.
I didn't understand the
it-
move knight c3. Why not rook e2?
Of course,
Yeah,
I
it's more
also
critical.
said, if rook e2 I think is quite safe for black. I can play simply f6 instead of queen f5.
f6.
Simply even
No, but to
this,
be
I
honest, I was thinking
And
you
here-
have you have c6 always. So
Yes,
I don't know
c6
what I want.
and d6, c5.
And I can never double because the bishop is kind of is no untouchable here.
Probably my
goes to
next move
e8.
is queen f5.
Why do you need f6? Why can't you play queen f5? Is there some technical problem?
Queen kind of 5
That's
also
nice.
is a reasonable move. Yeah, but here you can play knight c5 probably.
Knight c5? No. This is very nice. Yeah.
Ah, oh, sorry.
This was
No,
my
not
problem.
Here, not here.
No,
of course.
that's actually what.
Ah,
I
queen
was-
f5 also.
No, I didn't see what to do.
Probably
basically.
knight f5.
No, but
you can
Evgeny
play.
suggested what I missed. Very interesting idea is to start with knight g5. Now probably g6, although I wasn't sure about f5, but let's say g6, and now play rook e2 and then let's say
So I considered it like any real, only real attempt for
because
white.
I can play knight e4 and then there are some.
So after the 6, in some variations you can sacrifice the exchange. And, probably h6 is critical continuation here. And then f5, but it looks...
Knight e5, knight f7 is not
But
working.
this one is hanging also, yeah.
Yeah, h6 is...
No, knight e4.
Probably I must not to play h6. Probably rook f8 is better. But knight f4. Yeah, knight f4 here I can play queen e7, d5. Queen e7 probably. d5, yeah, d5 here.
And why not to f5? What is knight h? No, everything hangs right. d5, yeah.
Yeah, here d5 yes. And
No, but it's still.
probably
c6,
black,
knight
black,
d4,
black is already in trouble here. You can play knight d4 or queen d4. Yeah, probably queen e7 really.
yeah. e7.
I want to play f5.
And also the knight is hanging.
d5, 5. That's interesting.
It's very nasty, no?
Yeah, it's here.
No, I think you have to be very precise here. I don't know. No, I missed this idea kind of not to start with this one because here he has no weaknesses and he can pin me with on the E file, on the diagonal. He can pin me everywhere.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important for white to create some weaknesses on black king's side. I think rook 5 is strong. And after bishop d6, rook e2.
And d5 is not possible instead of rook e5.
To sacrifice the
This
check?
No, I think it's not.
Yeah, because I didn't see rook e5 because I was thinking that if I play some move like this and then.
I can play simply even rook f6, I think.
But what is exactly the problem here that you have?
Yeah, probably you want to take on b5, no? Simply. Probably not really. Bishop d5. No?
There's some.
No, you want to check. Probably bishop d5 is strong.
What? d5?
Yeah.
But am I not promoting my queen?
h6 after that.
Okay, but there are so many tactics here, yeah.
And I think it's critical continuation.
Well, yeah, it's critical because my piece is hanging. Okay, maybe I have this and then check on c4 or something, but then already I lost my future queen, yeah.
Take on 8 and bishop d5. Black is not worth it.
Yeah. No, I mean it's very.
Yeah,
very
probably 5 is stronger. 5 looks.
But basically, I mean, I lost control by now. I mean, if I don't.
But I didn't expect knight c3 at all.
Yeah, okay, I just offered draw basically because it's the first. But actually, to be honest, the thing is, I think I've seen this repetition before somewhere. I think I analyzed something similar.
So knight after knight c3 struggles.
Yeah, okay, you have to do it. Otherwise, I have a nice position with d5. My knights are.
So I need to take on. It's forced line. So I think knight e5 is principle.
Yeah, but I didn't feel.
No, if you played simply rook e2, it probably not safe position for white.
Yeah. Oh, to be.
So Anish, you couldn't break the chain of draws between each other, no?
How long is it, the chain? Like 2 games or something? It sounds like Karpov Kasparov, making 300 draws. Okay, we just made like 2 draws.
Yeah, so it's, for me it's certain rules, it's theoretical battle and probably in such positions not so many things are depend on players. And you must play more or less forced moves, and after that you see.
Evgeny, you seemed quite well prepared. So, what did you do before the tournament? Because you were last year the placement.
I have to say that this line he plays for like last 44 or I don't know how many years. Yeah,
so you're very well prepared.
yeah, some time to prepare this one.
No. I spent a lot of time for preparation before the World Cup, and not so much time for preparation before this tournament, immediately before this tournament, but in summer I made a little work.
So you were already in shape after World Cup? Yeah, because you played very well.
I'm not sure. No, in the World Cup probably, but here the tournament is just beginning. We'll see.
But how do you feel so far? Because it's the first time in an elite tournament like this.
It's not the first time for me. I played Czar Memorial and I played Czar Memorial last year.
Maybe Saratov also you played.
I also played Saratov. Of course, I'm not so often playing in such a great tournaments, but it's an excellent moment to start.
Yes, and you started very solid, which is of course.
Yes, but all the tournament is starting solidly. Probably all players need some time to look for the preparation of each other and to find some weaknesses and
I think
Yeah.
the reason is that at the beginning the players are fresh and full of energy and they calculate variations very well. But then some couple of difficult games, everyone becomes tight and then the mistakes appear. So this is the reason. And then always in the second half of the tournament, the number of wins losses is always higher.
Yes, it's also the typical thing in the beginning of the tournament. The raw percentage is higher than in the end, of course, because of if both players don't make mistakes, game should be should be as a draw. But it's much easier not to make mistakes when you are fresh and full of energy. So I agree with Sergey.
And Evgeny, I have a couple of questions, because on the first day when I was introducing the players, I was telling about the Saratov chess school. So, because now we have the new visitors at the tournament site, so it is better that you tell more about the Saratov school, how it became that Saratov is so strong in chess in Russia now. So just please try to tell.
No, it's.
How many strong grandmasters you have at the moment?
I'm not sure that we can tell about Saratov chess school. Probably only as a joke, because
No, it is not a joke, because I was also playing for Saratov in the club
of
competitions.
us, probably, but in fact, there are not so many grandmasters in Saratov right now. Dmitry Andreikin is telling that he represents not Saratov but Ryazan.
He is now taking.
Yes, yeah, he was already represented. Sorry, he was always representing Ryazan, but at the same time he is a student of Saratov State Social Economic University. So most of chess people consider him like a Saratov player, but in fact it's not.
And where is he living now? In Saratov or in any other place?
I'm not sure, but I think he is living in Ryazan and Balakov. Balakov is
Yeah, this is the Saratov region. So
Saratov region, yes. I think it's much better to ask him himself.
and other grandmasters living in Saratov.
Yes, but
You also. Who else? Also woman Pagonina, Kavanova. So, and how did it happen that chess started to develop in Saratov? Because some time ago there were absolutely no players in Saratov, and nobody heard it on a chess scale. And probably this was the inclusion of chess in the development of the University of Saratov, and thanks to Alexei Vetrov, who started
I
this.
think, as always, the key for the phenomena are people, and we have some very big enthusiasts of chess in Saratov, like Alexei Vetrov, like former rector of our university, Vladimir Dinas, and we tried to make a system. We invited strong players in our university
to live,
in
to
last
study.
years to live, to study, like Andreikin, like Kavanova, like Hayrulin some years
also
ago.
Hayrulin?
Hayrulin probably 3 or 4 years ago. He studied in our university, and after that we created a chess atmosphere, and our grandmasters and masters and talented players can have an additional motivation to progress and to cooperate each other, and they have possibility to participate in strong tournaments, and I think it's like a pyramid. So
Yes.
so they were enthusiasts, then they invited strong players, and after that you have a chess atmosphere, and the process is
And another question from my side. So, do we see Saratov players in the Russian team at the next team championships, like European team championship?
This question is not for me.
But I think the players already announced, because you must register well in advance for FIDE for such events.
For now, I can't say anything about it. I think it's much better to ask our federation.
But you know the list, so you just
No.
Even you don't know the list?
No.
Okay. So.
But should we ask Alish also something? Are you happy? Okay, the
It's sorry, but I think it's not my just
responsibility.
Not my responsibility. Yes. If I will be invited, I will play.
But have you been invited? Have you been invited or not?
I don't want to speak about it.
If you ask too much, he answers, he'll go in jail. This will be your fault. It'll be your fault. Yeah, don't push it.
Not really. Let's play the tournament. Let's play the next game, and we'll see about next round.
But it is dull to talk only about chess, and so we must
Come
also.
on, so much to talk
But we
about.
can ask Alish how
But
he feels
you
about
want to
the
know
struggle
everything,
so
yeah.
far.
We can, yeah?
I know that the score, of course, is probably not the
Yeah, okay. I mean, I
dream.
lost one game, made 2 boring draws, so not much going on yet.
Yeah, but the game actually, which was decisive, was very interesting, no?
Yes, but you know, okay. I mean, I played interesting chess, probably too interesting for the first round because everyone was making quick draws and I was left punished, you know, for for my creativity. But okay, I mean, it was my own fault. I made quite a lot of obvious mistakes in the first game, and okay, but it doesn't matter so much. I mean, we just started, and you know, I beat someone who was on +1. We are already equal, so it's just started, and so far, you know, I mean, I cannot say I'm in particularly bad shape or anything. So I think, you know.
Yeah, your play doesn't say so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but-
difficult to begin with 2 black games
Yeah,
in the first
exactly.
round. It can happen to everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's normal score, you know, and basically so far nobody here is really shining especially much, you know. And actually, quite ironically, I think the only winners till today, Fresnay and Gelfand, they were under pressure with White and they both won. So it's, I mean, so far it's just a start. But I think, you know, slowly people will warm up, and towards the end there will be some intrigue, you know, because Grishuk and Caruana will need to win.
Risks, yeah.
Okay, they will not take more risk because they are both quite solid players in general. But you know, at some point there will be some more pressure, and people will start seeing, you know, if they still have chances or not, and it will get much more exciting, I think.
Well, for me anyway, and for your commentator, it's extremely interesting as well for the public. So thank you very much for your entertaining chess.
And I would like to tell the last thing to finish this interview, that tomorrow Vladimir Chuchilov is coming here. I've invited him to be the guest, and so he will be telling how he is working with you, with other players in Holland. So for only those of you who watch the press conference, who don't follow the live commentary, so you should definitely stay connected tomorrow to have a conversation with Vladimir Chuchilov, the second of Giri and Caruana.
I have a suggestion, you know, you should invite both Vladimir Chuchilov and also Robin and see what they have to say.
No,
Because
then this is the
currently-
conflict of interest, so I prefer to interview, because we had Robin van Kampen yesterday, so
Yeah, he
the
is
turn
here
for
to
the
help
next
Alish.
coach, yes, and I've already agreed with
Yeah, but
Vladimir, so
actually-
he's coming tomorrow.
Vladimir will be also coaching Robin because Robin is going to European team with the Dutch team. So I mean,
now in
they are also part of the same team.
So the close circle, so
Yeah.
everyone is coaching each other, and so only Anish is
It's a big
coaching
family.
nobody, yes.
No, so far,
We
yeah.
need to make a complete circle.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
and good
thank
luck
you.
for
Thank you.
tomorrow.